Got a small one. Did some dynamic font sizing on some of these KPI pieces. So if you start having like lots of density in here, it looks okay at this size. But when you started getting smaller screens, whatever, there would be lots of scroll bars. So we did a little bit of work here where when you start making them smaller, the font size just decreases. And so like, it works pretty good. You start getting to a place where maybe like this large one, like this 3 million here may start getting cut off, but pretty soon you got a responsive size and it fits back. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty cool. I also have a small change coming in where these spark lines will kind of like responsive on smaller sizes. They won't get bigger yet because I think there's a rendering issue still, but if you're interested in how this works, there's like clamp font size. And so what this says is like go between like our large font size and our extra large font size CSS variables. And then this 15 CQI is like container query inline size. So like uh, the size from like the left to the right here is like the middle. So it's like tries to make it always 15% of the container size, uh, but between large and extra large or double XL. So
Awesome.
works pretty good.
Is there any performance consideration to doing this kind of stuff?
Not that I can tell. Like I had like pulled out of like 20 or 30 like KPI tiles that lost that dashboard with a migration, but it seemed to work pretty well. I mean, ideally we would like format these numbers better by default, like instead of like putting 3 million or whatever, you would do like the big numbers formatting. Um, but from what I can tell, there's not any performance hits yet. So
For what Jared did, it's basically the limitation of the GPU on the device. So not much because it's CSS pure. If we
yeah,
did things like reformat the numbers, that's where the performance might get interesting.
yeah,
But
Okay.
yeah,
again, it would only hit you on resize. So
yeah,
Yeah, I just want to be like somewhat obsessive about
yeah,
whether there's performance stuff,
no,
and
this is
none, like very minor or none, is perfectly good.
yeah,
yeah. The win here would be switching to CSS layout instead of React Grid layout because that does hurt us. But like anywhere we
yeah.
can just use CSS to do the work, it's generally going to be insanely fast.
Love it.